how I hate Halloween.
Halloween ain't no joke! Huh?
Halloween ain't no joke.
Halloween ain't no joke!
Hey, happy Halloween, everybody!
Just a minute!
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. Gonna have some fun, show you how it's done, TGIF.
In the fall of '93, during ABC's TGIF lineup of Friday night comedies, sandwiched in between established hits Family Matters and Step by Step, was a news show that spoke right to the souls of grade school children across the country. Boy Meets World centered on 11-year-old 6th grader Cory Matthews and his very 11-year-old 6th grader problems. Indeed, the show started as a simple idea, tell a coming-of-age story for an average American boy, but it grew into a beloved classic that many could relate to. Many teen boys felt seen when they watched its protagonist struggle with everything from bullying to peer pressure. The show focused mostly on Cory's friendship with Shawn, love of Topanga, and mentorship from his Obi-Wan Kenobi-style mentor, Mr. Feeney. We get to see Cory grow up and learn the importance of family and friendship as he discovers who he wants to be.
Hi, I'm Cory, and for the next 3 years, I'm gonna look like a potato.
Season 5 finds us at the senior year of our main trio, and what a senior year turns out to be. Shawn is reunited with his long-lost half-brother Jack, and the brothers, plus Cory's older brother Eric, get an apartment together. Meanwhile, Shawn finally gets a steady girlfriend in Angela. And on the Cory and Topanga front, the two hit a major rough patch when Cory meets a girl while on the senior ski trip. This is a major storyline of the back half of the season as the two try to figure out what it might mean for their relationship. The highlight of the season is what some consider to be one of the best, if not the best, episode of the series. And a spoof on the Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer craze, we get And Then There Was Shawn, which finds the gang locked in a school with a killer on the loose. Although it was never meant to be a holiday episode, And Then There Was Shawn was quickly dubbed one.
Welcome to John Adams High, where you are gonna die, that's right.
Despite it debuting in February, networks traditionally started airing it during the Halloween season. The episode starts off normally enough with Cory, Shawn, and Topanga in Mr. Feeney's class. Cory and Topanga are in the middle of one of their rare fights, so Cory begs Shawn to act as their mediator. Shawn reluctantly agrees, but an overly aggressive argument about a pencil lands them all in detention. So far, so normal. However, once a creepy janitor that's never been seen before makes an appearance, that's when things get weird.
Oh, that's it.
The gang and their classmate Kenny are stuck in detention as Mr. Feeney leaves them to it and exits the room. Shawn, being Shawn, gets up and is about to leave to grab his cheese product, whatever the hell that means, when he notices that the door is locked.
Where do you think you're going?
Well, if we're gonna be in here for over an hour, then I'm going to my locker to get my cheese product.
Just after that, they spot the janitor, whose name is Freddy, which is either just a Freddy Krueger reference, or it's referencing Scream's reference to the famed slasher.
Damn little shits.
What'd you call me? Huh?
Not your friend.
Let's go with the latter. It's more meta that way.
Whoa, yay.
Anyway, the janitor does this creepy thing and leaves. Just after the janitor leaves, a message appears on a chalkboard written in blood that says, "No one will get out alive." Oh yeah, it's serious now.
It's all fake. Feeney's pulling some elaborate hoax.
Why?
Well, why does Feeney do anything to teach us something?
What's he trying to teach us?
To pay attention or we die.
After a little bit, Cory's brother Eric and Shawn's half-brother Jack show up. Conveniently enough, they came to play some basketball at the school.
See, we were finished playing, went into the locker room to change, and there he was pushing his squeaky bin, emptying the wastebaskets.
Well, that's not so creepy.
Oh, and there was blood coming out of the showers.
Along the way, after Eric and Jack randomly pop up, the group runs into Jennifer Love Hefferman, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, whose claim to fame at the time was I Know What You Did Last Summer.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Having an actress on the show was, of course, a tongue-in-cheek tribute to the current slasher film craze.
This is just like that movie, Killer, Killer, You're the Killer, and I knew you were gonna tell me that.
I'm not the killer.
I believe you.
That's assault, brother.
Those with pop culture savvy recognize that the title was taken from the Agatha Christie book And Then There Were None, and also noticed Eric dropping multiple South Park lines.
We'll always remember he was that tall.
Oh my gosh! They killed Kenny! Oh my god! They killed Kenny! You bastard!
It's obvious the writers had fun writing this episode that would eventually become a classic unbeknownst to them.
Oh my gosh! They killed Feeny!
In a bizarre twist, it turns out that the killer is Shawn. Ultimately, this becomes a metaphor for his and the audience's coping with Cory and Topanga's big breakup.
And I'm sorry I disrupted the class and killed everybody, but I think I know why I did it. You guys have been together since before I even knew you. And if you're not, then I guess I feel like there's nothing I can depend on. It really makes me angry that there's nothing I can do to fix that.
It's true, if you've seen enough sitcoms, you can easily deduct this is all a dream. From the bloodless kills, people showing up out of nowhere, the fact that Cory and Shawn don't really react when someone close to them dies, yeah, you could probably guess. Let alone an implied, cliched psychological analyst for one character at the end. But these things didn't deter anything, as we were all in it for the fun, and that's what the episode really is. Shawn is the Randy Meeks of the situation. A horror buff navigating the team through the farcical references, albeit to non-existent movies with hilariously uninspired and obvious titles.
The death of the janitor signifies the end of the last of the obvious suspects. Just like in the cult classic, The Last of the Obvious Suspects.
Angela acts as a typical screaming girl, which, admittedly, she does really well.
Yes, girl, I am the screamer around here.
And Eric is the would-be strong protagonist, which is a nice change of pace for the character.
Fine, I'll do it. I'm the oldest. Actually, I'm the oldest. Yeah, but I've lived the longest. Okay, fine, you can go.
A school in the middle of the night is the perfect arena, as there are plenty of rooms and areas to access and hide, and there is no one else around to help, and most lines of communication are off, which really creates that feeling of total isolation. It's like an updated version of 1986's Slaughter High. It's safe to say that a young adult sitcom on network TV portraying death and murder inside a school probably would never be approved in this day and age. Even in the late 90s, the network had issues with the episode, since they were worried it was too far off format, and that it might be too scary for their viewers. The writers promised to present the horror as tongue-in-cheek. They succeeded. But it was also wild seeing beloved characters like Mr. Feeney being murdered, especially from being stabbed in the back with scissors. But as much as it is one of the most easily quotable episodes, there's tremendous heart here that reveals who Shawn is as a character, and how deeply he cares about those around him. It's also a testament to the detail that horror films aren't just for jump scares, but there is sometimes profound storytelling happening in the darker corridors as well. And Then There Was Shawn is everything a sitcom Halloween special needs to be. It's funny without being adorable, scary without being too terrifying, and able to wink at scary movie tropes and flirt with horror conventions without feeling pandering. It's a standard of scary comedy that the genre can still learn from today.